We're going to take a look at a couple different music videos from Mr. Maddox in the recent years. First one is Triple Dip, and I think this is like 3 beats all mashed together, and this is where like that experimental side of stuff really just starts to bleed out of him.
Yeah, I'm a skirt in the whip, make a twerk. I don't tip, but the work. I forget diamonds turf on my neck, just like Earth. I'm on a jet. I'm going first. I heard you live. Counting right, poppy tag, Gucci bag, too much flex. I don't straight, I'm way too blessed. You're right up on my neck.
So the whole thing about puberty that I was talking about earlier, like people's voices change from 12 to 16. And, you know, you get that embarrassing story everyone seems to have where they grow up to math class and they start writing on the board. Or the teacher asks them to read out of the book and their voice just cracks. That's just what happens when you're growing up. But never did I see somebody growing up lean into the voice crack and really expound on it. And it seems like he's able to use his voice, which is going through all these different changes over the past few years. And he's able to like channel it into like a musical like flow or a cadence, and like just his ability to do that as a kid just blew my mind. But it also sounds pretty fucking cool for someone who's essentially just screeching into the microphone.
Noises in my head, voices in my head. Pick this poison and he bled. Choices in our hand. Flip the coin that land on head. Forces are within. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, move it. Get it up, get it up, get it up, smooth it. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up, smooth it. Your chick is a goop. She keep looking at me like who he? Get to the teasing, you know I'm recouping. Please, I'ma leave or she gon' lose me. Truly, I don't care who he in the mirror. Only one I fear. Boy, you is a square. We can't even stare. This isn't even fair. That blue in the air. New shoes got a pair. These is way too rare. Now I'm seeing clear. I'm ballin' while she cheer.
And something that just popped in my head as well is on that Ox album. Again, there's a review on this channel from like 2 or 3 years ago if you want to go check that out. But on that album, it was very impressive because he was able to run through about like 14 tracks and none of them had any curse words or anything. And of course, why would a kid need to curse on a track? That's not true for other kids making music. Like you'll hear a kid and he's 16 and he's talking about the most wild shit in the world. Maddox was able to create like a very cool sounding album with a lot of big features, and Matt himself never even cussed like at all. So I always found that respectable, but I always thought in the back of my head, one of these days he's going to start cussing. And if he was 16 right now in this video and he was cussing up a storm, it wouldn't fucking matter. But the fact that he isn't kind of is very interesting and very cool and very respectable, because he understands that he can make good music, make great hits, make great songs without leaning into the easiness of just adding the word fuck in there to continue your flow. Like, it's impressive, man. Like, especially when you add that little piece in there, because it'd be almost easier to just cuss and do whatever you got to do to get these like flows out. But it seems like he takes an appreciation and understanding and a level of care to his writing, even though it's sometimes not the most like dense fucking lyrics. It still is impressive to me.
Now I'm double dipping. I get the bags of chitsin'. Now I'm double dipping. I get the racks and flip it. Now I'm double dipping. I get the bags of chitsin'. Now I'm double dipping. I'm gonna looking different. So is our women. So is my vision. Just look how I'm living. Do you see the difference, stupid? I still don't think that he get it, stupid. You gotta check where your head's at. I'm sitting rest, I don't sleep where my bed at. Y'all gotta get it together. Yeah, I said that. Heard what I said, and I said it cause I meant that. Listen to the words that I said and respect that. Look at the chains, all blurs, need the neck check. Look at my chain, icebergs, yeah, I flip that. Stack up the bag, no more to the neck check. What's next? What's next? I need the bags, I need the checks, I need the racks, I need the flip, and I need the rest. Like, what's next? What's next? What's next? Like, what's next? What's next? I get the bags and flip that. Now I'm double dipping. I get the bags and chitsin'. Now I'm double dipping. I get the racks and flip it. Now I'm double dipping. I get the bags and chips and now I'm double dipping.
So that was clearly 3 beats kind of melded together, but the way that he was able to make this like very interestingly creative song that kind of goes through these different flows and sounds, but melds them all together in this 2-minute and 44-second package. I think that's pretty impressive. This was featured on his Sweet 16 mixtape, if I'm not mistaken, which I swear was on streaming for a little bit, and I was planning on doing a reaction. But then I believe a few days later, I went back on streaming, and it's not there. You could still find it as a link to his YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. You can go down here and click Sweet 16. So there's still a whole playlist for that. So go check that out if you would like. I don't even see Triple Dip on there, but Triple Dip was promoting the Sweet 16 mixtape, which didn't actually stay on streaming for whatever reason. But man, dude, like, come on, dude. Come on. Top comment right here cracks me up. It says, when your Roblox account gets banned. Like, no one else could do that, man, really. Like, and no one else needs to do that. But the fact that Maddox can channel that and, like, not, like, shy away from the fact that his voice is changing, but, like, you use it as a tool in his music that's smart shit right there, man. That's smart shit.